So the very first step to this card, to creating the scene, is to add the mountains, and they're actually done with this die set here. Now what I did before actually creating my card is I took a bunch of cardstock scraps and created a bunch of different mountains just to see what colors I liked them in. And this is a great visual. Sometimes you can just tell before actually creating them, but once I was done creating a bunch of them, I decided I liked this bluey gray tone best. This one was kind of my second one, but I kind of thought it was a little bit too dark. This would be good for, say, a mountain scene in like the summer months or whatever, but I wanted it to be a little bit more wintry. So we're gonna do this one here. So I'm gonna put those other ones to the side. Now, when I pull my dies out of the package, I like to put them all together with the different colors that I'm going to be using. So these top ones here are going to be done with some white cardstock. These ones here are going to be done with the lighter of the colors, and this one is going to be done with the darker of the colors. So I have two 4x6 pieces for the background, two 4x6 gray pieces for this part here, and then one for the white. They both fit on one piece of cardstock, and we have to do it 2 times. One of these will fit in the center of the card, and then the other one we're going to cut it up to add to the side of the card. So like I said, these are 4x6 pieces. They don't actually go all the way to the bottom of the die. So for this particular card, we're not going to see the bottom, so it doesn't matter. If that bothers you, you can make your piece of paper a little bit bigger. It would need to be 4 1/4 instead of 4. But for this one, it worked. And you can get 6 4x6 pieces out of a 12x12 sheet of cardstock. So it works evenly that way. And that's how I cut my cardstock up. So I've got one piece here. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna cut that second one. So I like to put my die with my blade face up, paper on top, then add my other plate, and then run it through. I know some people like to see their dies when they're doing it, but I prefer it this way because I find that my dies end up staying flatter this way. So this die is finished for these, so I've got that there. I'm going to take this die here and I'm going to cut these pieces here. And I like to lay them down and stack them up as I'm working. So I've got my dies here somewhat close together. You could probably end up getting away with less cardstock for this one, but it was, like I said, it was nice and easy to cut up a piece of paper, a piece of 12x12 paper into 6 4x6 pieces and organize it that way. So I'm going to keep my die on my cutting surface here, and I'm just going to lay them down where they're supposed to go eventually. I'm cutting the second one. And really it would work super easy if you're doing a lot of these cards, to just cut up a whole bunch of them all at one time and kind of create an assembly line process there. So these dies are done for now. I'm going to grab these ones, which are going to be my white pieces. Now there's one little teeny tiny piece here. It's this little tiny white piece there. Just be careful with it. I keep losing it. And by losing it, I mean it keeps falling out of the package and I have to go retrieve it. So just be aware of that and be careful. I think the mountains would look just as good without it, but it's always nice to be able to keep all of the dies that we spend money on. All right, so that piece is done. I'm just using a die pick to take my little bits out of the dies for this one. Another one there. And then this piece here. And I'm going to cut that one more time, and then we will have all of the pieces we needed to assemble our mountains. the die pick again. And now I'm done with these dies so I can put them aside. And my little white piece for that little one there stuck to my plate, so I'm going to go grab that guy, put him on the thing. All right, I am going to clean up, and in the next video we are going to glue all the pieces of our mountains together.